Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what's in my kids' stockings for Christmas. And so if you're interested in this type of content and other homeschool and lifestyle content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. All right, so at this point I already have I'm getting my kids for Christmas, like presents that go under the tree video that's been up for just over a week. And so I'll try to remember to link that down below if you want to go check it out. Today I'm going to show you what's in their stockings, which is also what they get from Santa. This is all we do for Santa gifts, but usually it's still about $50 per child, depending on the year and budget and what we decide to do and that kind of thing. And we try to make it meaningful and purposeful and not just a bunch of junk and overwhelming and that kind of thing. And so a few years ago we decided just to do stockings from Santa, and I feel like that's worked out well. We like the bulk of the presents to just be from us. Some of my kids still believe in Santa, and some of them are getting to a point where they're like, is Santa real or not? I don't know. Maybe one day they'll stop believing in Santa, but I'm fine if they believe in Santa. It doesn't bother me at all. But we're just trying to make it so that Santa is not the focus of Christmas. You bring some exciting things, they get some surprise things that they can see when they come down from their bedrooms in the morning and things like that, but it's not the bulk of the Christmas. The bulk of Christmas is from mom and dad or from other family members. So that is kind of an overview of what we do. So I'm gonna go through these. I'll probably do my two older boys together because their stuff is very, very similar. But then I'll do the rest of the kids a little bit separate. Like, it's harder with these because they're getting some similar things. And I also don't have candy to show you. I usually put just like one thing. I'm not a crazy candy person. They get a lot of candy at Halloween. There's already a lot of treats during this time of year. And so usually I just do one thing. My 11-year-old was like, Mom, if you talk to Santa, let him know that I want a chocolate orange in my stocking, because in the past she hasn't wanted one, but she wants one this year. And so I usually get chocolate oranges for my two older boys, and she also wants one. So I need to ask my other daughter, my younger daughter, if she wants one as well. So I'm going to go through all 6 kids. I'm going to start with my older boys and then girls, my older girls, and then do my littles last. So this is the first year in a while we haven't done paint by sticker books as part of their stocking. And I'm not showing you all stuff that will stuff in an actual stocking. Usually it just kind of sits on top of it. We'll put some stuff in the stocking, but I know not everything's gonna fit in the stocking. I'm not shooting for that, okay? But this is the first year we haven't done those paint by sticker books because I was like, what else could we do that isn't that? And they're already doing that as part of their advent calendar. So we decided to do gift cards for my 4 older kids. And we picked some food items that they might like, hopefully they'll like, and got them some gift cards to use some of the budget. We went $15 to $20 for most of them, depending on where the food place was. We tried to pick something that they like or that they have enjoyed in the past. Some of them it was a little bit harder. So with my older 2 boys, my oldest boy, we picked, how old is he? He's almost 13. And so we did this Japanese grill hot pan place, and it has sushi. That's why we picked it, is because it has sushi. So my husband went in there and looked around and stuff, and my oldest loves Japan. He loves sushi. He's autistic, and you would think he would be pickier, but he actually just loves to try new foods. So I'm all for it. And he had a lot of sushi with his grandma recently. And so, I was like, okay, we'll do something with sushi. And we don't live in a place where we get really good sushi. So we're doing the best that we can. So my husband went in and kind of checked out the menu because we haven't been before. And it looked about like $20 was going to be good for my son. And we will be going with them. That's the point. It's an experience with a parent, like a date. But we did not put money on the gift card for us just because we didn't want to have too much money on the gift card. We didn't know what we were going to be getting, and then we can make up the difference if it needs to be made up. Anyway, so we just kind of went with what gets our budget to $50, and then we'll see when we go what we end up getting and what we end up eating. So that was kind of the plan. So that's what he's getting. And then my 8-year-old, wow, I just put him down 2 years. My 10-year-old boy, I'm stuck in the past. My 10-year-old boy really likes Zupas, and so we got him a $15 Zupas card. So for he loves the chicken noodle soup. And then there's enough on there too if you wanted to get one of their like fancy treats, which we never get. And so we rarely eat out, like rarely, maybe once every 3 months or something. And so this is definitely a treat for my kids to be able to do this and then to pick what they want and to have money to pick what they want. So that's what I got them. And then they both love Pokemon cards. And so I ordered 6 so they can each get 3 of these. I think this is the newer version. I don't know. My husband picked it out. He just sent me the link and was like, this is the one they want. And so I ordered these off of Pokemon.com. Is that the website? I think something like that. Pokemon Center, maybe. And you can also get them off Amazon. I think they were like $1 more on Amazon. And since I ended up getting so many, because they're like $5, I think, a piece. And they love having multiple. And since I was getting multiple and I checked on Pokemon Center and they were cheaper. And since I got 6 of them, I passed the shipping requirement. So then I didn't have to pay for shipping. So since I didn't have to pay for shipping, it was cheaper to get them off of the Pokemon Center than it was on Amazon, but you can get them on either one. Or some stores have them too. It's just sometimes hard for us to find the newer ones where we live. And so they'll each get 3 of those. And then I was trying to think of something else that could go in that could be fun for them. These are going to be hard to see and I haven't opened them yet, but they're like little fidget toys. So they open up like this, or they can go down back into a ring. And I just found this off Amazon. There's 4 in here, so each of them will get 2 of them. But just something, I was just looking for some sort of fidget toy because they like those kind of things. And then the last thing was games. I decided to do some simple card games in some of my kids' stockings. And so I think this one's gonna go to my 10-year-old boy. So it's 5 crowns. And it sounded fun. I feel like it said it's kind of like Rummy, like the Rummy style of card game. You can play cards or like Rummy Cube. And then my older son, I'm going to give him this one, which is Quicks. I think it's a dice, like rolling game and trying to get like a certain score. I don't know. It's supposed to be super fast, so I'm sure it'll be super frustrating for him. But we're going to try it out and see how it goes. And so those are the things that are going in my 2 older boys' stockings. All right, so the next one is an 11-year-old daughter. And she's been wanting to try makeup. She'll be 12 in June. And she's been wanting to try some things. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll get a few things for your stocking. So Angela Braniff had posted about these brushes on Prime Day. I think they were less than $10 for all of these. And so even though she is not going to be using all of these brushes, because that's a lot, I decided to get it and just figured that she could play and her younger sister will love it as well. And then to play with, I got her this Morphe palette. I think it's supposed to have both, like it has some eyeshadows and blushes and things and possibly contours. I don't know. It's supposed to have a few different options. I'm not going to open it, but you can kind of see right there. It has some smaller ones. There's some bigger ones, which I think are supposed to be for highlights and blushes and all that kind of stuff. So I got something that was very neutral because even though we went all crazy with the blue eyeshadow when I was younger, I'm just like, I just can't do that. I'll let her try this stuff and that'll be good. I didn't get like mascara or anything. I don't know if we're ready for that, but I was like, she can practice with this. I did get her some lip stuff. So this lip balm, it's a macaroon, which I thought was cute. And she likes macaroons in France and stuff. So this one's coral tinted. And then I also got just this Burt's Bees lip gloss. And so it's a little bit like pink. So I got a few things that were a little bit like simple and hopefully will help her get into makeup without being crazy, I guess. And then her gift card, sorry I didn't lead with that, but her gift card, it's not a gift card at all. It's these coupons. And so this is for Dirty Dough, and her cards are the ones that hers are less. What am I trying to say here? Hers are less than everybody else's just because her stocking things were a little bit more. And so she's only doing $10, and she really loves this cookie place. She loves Dirty Dough over Crumble, which we haven't gone to either recently, but I'm just like, it's a cookie. And I don't know what your preference is or whatever, but we had a friend that worked there, and I think that's why she has this like connection to it, even though she's only had their cookies like once or twice. But she's like, our friend worked there, so it was like a deep connection to it. And so I went in to get a gift card, just a $10 one, whereas my other kids are getting $15 and $20 gift cards, because I only wanted her to be able to get 2 cookies. She does not need more than 2 cookies. And then whatever parent is with her can decide if they want to get a cookie as well. I'm not sure if we will or not. But their thing wasn't working. Their computer system wasn't working. And so I could have come back, but they were just like, oh, let's just give you can just pay whatever it is for 2 cookies, which was a little bit less than $10 anyway. And so I paid less than $10. It was like just over $9, and they just gave me these cards to go in, and you just get a free cookie. And so that's what she's gonna get. That's gonna be in there. And then something I did forget to mention for my boys that I got my 4 older kids, all of them, was just some playing cards. I feel like this is a great gift because it can be used in so many different ways. They can play games together. They can play individual things. Sometimes they'll just pull out a deck of cards and just start playing. So I did get my boys these as well, but I had put them in my littles piles, which is why I forgot about them. My littles are not getting playing cards. They would just rip them up. But she's also getting those. So that's what's going to be in her stocking. All right, the next child is a 7, almost 8-year-old girl. And so for her place to eat, we just did Chick-fil-A because it's tried and true. And their gift card actually is very Christmassy, which I thought was cute. So it has a little Merry Christmas, and that's for $15 as well. So she can go and pick out some food. And also, French fries. That's why I like Chick-fil-A, is for their French fries. But then she can also, if she wants like a frozen lemonade or some sort of treat, an ice cream, whatever she wants, she'll have money to do that as well. And then the thing, like the bigger thing that's going to go in her stocking, is something else with makeup. This one does have blue. And again, it is kind of big. Part of me is like, maybe I'll open it and put the little pieces in there. I'm not really sure yet. But this has all the sparkles and stuff, which again, I am not about that. Sorry, I'm almost over my cold, but it just keeps coming back. I hate this time of year because it just is like a cycle, and especially with so many people in our house, like 8 people, it just like keeps going. And so I'm trying, but I'm mostly there, but not quite. So there's a few more. I think this is a lipstick. This might be for a foundation. I'm not sure. I feel like her and her sister will just go to town on this and have so much fun. But also last time we got a makeup kit, my husband was like, oh my gosh, because they'd come down and they look kind of like clowns because it's like all over, and then their eyes and stuff like that, which is why I gotten like this more neutral palette. But also she wants to do makeup too, and this was just off of Amazon, just like a kid friendly, whereas her older sister's stuff I had gotten from the Ulta sale a few months ago. And so I was like, we'll try this. We might absolutely hate it, but they love it, and so we'll let them do it. And so this is one of the things she's getting. And then I also got her one of those macaroon lip glosses, lipsticks, lip balms. That's what it is, like chapstick, but macaroon style. And this again was from Ulta, so maybe you could find something similar off of Amazon. I'm not really sure. And then she gets a deck of cards. Well, 2 decks, I guess. They came together. These are from Amazon. And then I got her spoons. I didn't know they like sold it like this. And I thought this was fun. This was like our go-to game when I was a kid, and I've hardly ever played it with my kids. But I do like the idea of just having spoons set aside, but I'm also like, are they just gonna get broken and lost? So we'll see. But this has cards in it too, so she gets double the cards. But these ones she can actually like do other games with. These cards will just stay with the game. But it has the few different spoons in here, and I'm just excited. It'll just be fun to watch them play. Again, they'll probably get mad at each other, but hopefully it'll be good. And that's what she's going to be getting in her stocking. My 11-year-old daughter, I didn't get her a game. Again, her stuff was just a little bit pricier because it was from Ulta. It's like brushes and actual makeup and things. And so I didn't give her a game. She got the deck of cards, but not a game like that my other kids. And my 2 little kids, I just did some very, very, very simple things. So I have a 2 almost 3-year-old boy. He'll be 3 in January. And then 16-month-old girl. And so neither of them, you know, they want to have something, especially the almost 3-year-old. He wants to have something to look at, but they don't care too much about how much or what it is. And so I had gotten these a few months ago. These are from Young, Wild, and Friedman. They do a whole bunch of sensory kits and stuff. Again, I am always thinking about homeschool and what we can do together, which is why I got my older kids all games, because they can still play those together. Like, I'm trying to think of stuff that is constructive, that helps us build our family, but also helps them build their brains. And so I was like, okay, what could we get? And I saw these, they're cute. They're so cute. If you're like have an on-the-go lifestyle where they could play with something like this, you know, maybe take like a little container they could put it in, this would be great. So it has Play-Doh in the bottom. And then this one is dinosaurs. So it has a few different things. There's like a little stamp and then just some sensory things they could put in the Play-Doh. And then this one is construction, because he has been like super into construction trucks and everything lately. And so it has the Play-Doh again and some toys up here. And then I had seen, again, Angela Braniff, I think, had this and talked about it as a stocking stuffer. It's a little bit pricier depending on how you choose your stocking stuffers. Okay, for me, it worked with his budget, but it's a magnetic track. Like, I think it doesn't come with cars, but you could just use your own little cars for it. But it looked super fun when she was putting it together, because she had it open and was putting it together. So I thought we would give it a try. And then for my baby, she's not a baby anymore, but she is almost 16 months. She'll be almost 17 months, I guess, at Christmas time. I also got one of these sensory, like teeny little sensory grab and go. Sensory dough is what they call it. That's cute. Grab and go sensory dough. Some of this stuff will probably be too small for her right now. There's teeny little gems in this one because it's like a unicorn. You know, it's all sparkly and glittery in the Play-Doh. But I figure we can just take them out and she can play with some of the bigger toys. She's already pretty good about not putting stuff in her mouth, so I'm not overly concerned about it. But we'll try to, you know, take out any little pieces that might get in the way. And originally that was all I was going to give her, because I was like, she just doesn't even care. But then I was like, well, what's something else? And so I saw these little shakers, which again, we'll see if I regret it. They're not very loud, which is why I got them. If it was like a super loud toy, I probably wouldn't have. But she loves shaking stuff. She loves it when something makes a little bit of noise, and she just goes to town. So I feel like she will love these. There's 6 of them in here. They have tons of different decorations on them. These are just from Amazon. And so I think she'll really enjoy shaking them. As long as her siblings don't play with them, I think we'll be okay, because they will make them louder. But she just has so much fun shaking stuff. She'll just sit there and shake it. So that is what they got. All right, so that's what's in my kids' stockings for Christmas this year. Comment down below and let me know how you like to do stockings or Santa gifts. You know, do you have one big gift? Are stockings just from Santa? I have a friend that just books come from Santa. That's what they do as their like Santa gift. And so I would love to hear your ideas. I'm sure other people would appreciate it as well. And make sure to keep everything kind and nice. We're trying to create a wholesome, loving environment here. And remember to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.